Alright guys, welcome to Laravel React-Redux series. And in previous video, we made this beautiful UI. This might not be perfect, but we're just seeing how to use, okay? And now in this video, we are going to set up our React-Redux. In this video, I'm gonna set up React Redux, and at the end of the video I will show you that when we open our dev tool, uh, right now it's not working. There will be some data like post dynamic hour from database. Okay, I'll load that and show you. Okay, and this might be difficult if you're using React Redux for the first time. Okay, but once you are set up, once you see how it works, it'll be easy to understand. Okay, it's very basic. It always follows the same pattern. I will show you that. So let's go and let's set up our React Redux. So inside JS folder, let's make two folder. One will be actions and another will be reducers. So we'll have reducers in one folder and actions in one folder. And also let's make our one file called store the JS for our store, global store. Okay, so let's set up our action. Okay, let's set up our action. Inside action, let's have a file types.js. Inside this, we will have all the type of our uh, type. Okay, I'll show you that. And let's have your post.js. It will have actions for like post.js. I mean posts. All right. So let's have two type at first. We'll say let's have two. Let's say export const. We'll say what? Get posts. Get underscore posts. Get underscore posts. And let's say it. Get underscore posts. And let's have same for error, post error. We'll say post underscore error if there is any error. Okay. All right. Let's save it and let's use that inside our post.js. So let's import Axios. If in case we haven't installed Axios, you have to install Axios. Npm install Axios. Okay, and it will install that. You have to do npm install. I've already installed it, and let's say import Axios from Axios. All right, and also import the types. Okay, this we'll say import get. Let's first do types. That's less types. So it'll give this. Okay, and also post error from. All right, and after that we'll have one many functions, but we'll have only for get post at first. Let's get post. Okay, we want to get post. You have to say get post like this, and let's make arrow function, and it will have two flat arrow because we are going to use dispatch, and we're also using async wait. Okay, for like promise, kind of like that. Async dispatch and arrow and curly brace. And now we'll have try catch block, and inside try we are going to send request, like we're getting response from, let's say, oh wait, because execute get gives you If it was promised, then it will give some response, right? So exhausted get, we want to do slash post or slash API slash post. Right now we don't have any, uh, get post or getting post, but we'll shortly say that API slash posts. We'll register that and make our API very soon. And after getting the response from that request, we're gonna dispatch we're gonna dispatch and dispatch. It has two things. Get type, which type you want to do. Get post. We'll see that changing state later very soon. And payload to res the data. So whatever response data will pass it into payload and we'll use to change the state. We'll see that. And error, let's say err. We say we will just dispatch. We'll dispatch and have type of post error and payload. Payload will be object of, let's say, message if there error dot response dot statistics, like for phone not found, like that. And status will be error dot response status, response dot status. All right. So get post is done. This function. So let's so whenever we will set that whenever our page is loaded, we'll fetch the post and we'll dispatch this action and send this data to our state. We'll see that we'll do that in our reducer. So let's say our reducer. In reducer we'll have two files for now, index.js and our post.js. Let's do post.js first, and in this we'll say import from dot slash action slash type. So we want to bring types here like get post and post error. All right, and let's have our initial state, so that if there's nothing, we'll have at least this initial state, and we'll change this state. Okay, we'll change the state depending upon which actions is dispatched. You'll understand that very shortly. Post after the setup is done, it's very basic. You'll understand. Let's have an array, empty array for posts, and let's say loading is true. If it is loading, we want to show our loader. Okay, and also have error, and error will an object. Okay, now we'll have switch type. Switch switch, but inside a function. Yeah, export default function state is equals to, let's say, initial state. We're passing initial state to our state, variable, and action. Yeah, and our action, remember our action has two things. One is type and one is payload. So let's destructure that. We'll say const type comma payload, and we'll bring we'll destructure that from action, right? And we'll say switch type, and case will be, if the case is get posts, we want to change our state. Okay, we'll say return previous state. This is object, we're returning an object, so we'll have initial state this, because this is passed in our state, and we'll change our posts to payload, whatever we get return back. Okay, and loading to false. So we want that loader to be gone. So what we have done is, so let's see where is here. So what we have done in, and let's return our default case. We'll say default and return the state. So we'll go to our posts post action. So whenever this request is, whenever this function is called, it'll dispatch get post. If it's success, okay, it will dispatch this and send the data response to the data. Okay, our post. Okay, and inside our this initial so when that is dispatched, our post will be payload whatever the response data comes, so we'll have our posts. That's how it works. Okay, so let's set up our store first, and I'll show you shortly how everything works again. We haven't made our API for getting our posts. We'll do that too very soon. So let's set our store.js. We'll import create store for getting store create store, and apply middleware. Apply middleware from Redux, and also let's import dev tool. Okay, we'll say compose with dev tools and that is from the Redux. What was that? DevTools DevTools extension, and let's import reducer. Import root reducer from dot slash reducers, and let's also import tongue from Redux tongue. I think I haven't installed tongue. I don't know. We'll do that if it's done. And let's create our store. Create store, and it will take root reducer. Oh, I haven't done one thing. Actual two thing. Let's set up initial state. We'll say const initial state equals to an empty object, and also middleware const middleware. You just have to copy the code, because every time you have to almost same thing. Root reducer will have initial state, and we'll also have compose with dev tool. So we want to see our store with dev tool. Compose with dev tool, and inside that we'll have apply middleware, and inside that middleware, and that is this is spread operator middleware. Yes, that's it. Now let's export it. Now you'll see how everything is gonna work. Export what is that? Export default store. So let's use that in our app, which is app is our high order thing. Okay, so let's Let's use hook for that. Import user state, and let's import our store here. Import store from dot slash store, and also import provider. Import provider from React-Redux. Provider import provider from React-Redux. Also import getPosts from our post action post. Okay, get posts. If it's being difficult to you, you can watch many times. You'll understand. It's only following pattern. Okay, after once it is set up, you can use this for for getting posts, getting anything. Okay, if you have in database or you have API. Import from post. And is there anything more? Let's use our use state. So whenever this component is loaded, um, we'll have we'll have our things set up. Let's remove this. We'll do our on. You don't have to do use effect, and we wanna store the dispatch. We're gonna dispatch from store our posts. Store the dispatch, and we'll say get posts. And yeah, get posts is a function, and I think that's good. That's good. And we want that to have inside our these things inside our provider. All right. What happened? Provider tab isn't working. All right, provider. Let's wrap everything inside our provider. So we'll have our store inside everything. Okay, store is equals to store. All right, let's see because our get our we don't have an API, so let's make that. Console object is not defined. Type your object is not defined. Why is telling? Let's first make our API. So let's go to api.php. Let's copy this, paste, and we'll say this will be a get request and slash post. We want to get every post. And we'll say let's say index. And let's quickly go to our app-http controller, post controller, and let's make a function, public function index, and we'll say um, dollar posts is equals to post. So we want to have all our posts. Okay, and let's return response. All right, the response to our JSON, and that is dollar posts. All right, let's see if it's work or not. Something is wrong. Um, where it is, object is not a function. Object is not a function. Type here app.js. App.js. Use effect or function, and then store the dispatch. Get posts. Yeah, and press that. Well, it's successful, but something is wrong. All right, guys, I'll solve it and I'll tell you what was your. All right, guys. Error was found. There was a few mistakes I have done. At first, let me tell you that I had type small v instead of capital here and here, so you have to arrange that. And in also I haven't done index, so I haven't seen any our post in our Redux dev tool. So let's do that too. But before that, I had also here example. I have changed first, but somehow it get back to example, so I changed that. And also here, you have to do store like this. I had like this, so that was also a mistake. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. Now let's go to our index of reducers, and let's you know let's have our post in our combined reducer. So we'll do import combine. This was left. Okay, so that was also the problem from Redux. After this, we can see our post in our Redux step tool, React-Redux step tool. So we'll see that very soon. After this, okay, post. We have to import our post from dot slash post, where we have our state. Okay, and we'll say we just want to export a default and function command reducers. What is that? Yeah, combine re oh combine. All right, combine command reducer. Inside that we'll pass our post, and that's it. Let's save it. Oh, what happened? Yeah, yeah, let's save it. Let's go here. Let's refresh it. Yeah, it's working. And also you can see here our Redux dev tool is working. And let's see if there is our post or not. Yeah, see here inside post we have posts, and it has one data. Yeah, code online. This is my first post. This is this data. All right, so we are getting there. So let me tell you that this post is this. Okay, our command reducer post. Right, and inside that post we have our inside that post, this is this post, we have our state post loading and error. So we have, where is that? So we have that our post loading and error. You can see that state. So whenever the page is loaded, it gets it get that data, the post inside this. Okay, so how that is done, when this page is loaded, let's see our types. It has get post and post here, and when that is loaded, we have done that in app. Whenever that page is loaded, we that this is like component did mount. When the page is loaded, we call get post. Okay, it will go to our action post, and in get post it will dispatch get posts, and send response, whatever come from this action get, send it to payload. Okay, response to data. And we go to our post, and we have this initial state, and we change the initial state by if our if our action, I mean, if our case is get post, this is dispatched in this time. We just change our post to payload and loading default. See how that's how it works. Okay, so we can now so that's it for this video, guys. We have shown this. This might be a little hard for you, but once it's set up, and from next or maybe in that video we'll use the same thing. Okay, we'll just do inside that file, and we don't have to create any file. We just delete our post, and loading has been done. Yeah, we'll delete our post, and that's how we do. All right, In next video we'll make this form use you know our form. We'll change data from this form and save in our database, and without refreshing we'll add this data here. Okay, we'll show it here. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be doing that in next video. Thank you. This is quite long.